Dice Age is made possible thanks to our wonderful subscribers and especially to our patrons. We'd especially like to thank our living legend, Taxtic. Thank you again, and enjoy the show.
The Empire of Maca has existed for nearly 1,000 years. Founded and ruled by Ava the Main, the immortal empress, it quickly expanded its borders thanks to the overwhelming power of its mages and the shrewd politics of its nobles. Now it has fully conquered the centre of the continent of Elmera, and although war has ended, peace still eludes its populace. As the Empire nears its first millennia, the signs of turmoil have become more frequent and apparent. Monsters are becoming more bold, nobles plot schemes of usurpation, and whispers of rebellion hang heavy in the slums. This gave rise to the adventurer. These strong individuals of all races and classes lend their might to the citizens of Maca to drive back monstrous incursions. There are even adventurers who perform deeds so noble that the people can see beyond their race to the hero that lies within. There are those who criticise these adventurers and claim they're nothing more than pawns used to advance the political machinations of nobles. Despite the immortal Empress herself making fewer and fewer appearances, there are those whose faith in the Empire remains unshaken. But the wise know that it only takes a few sparks to ignite the flames of change. Allow me to introduce you to these sparks. Welcome to Elmera.
Hello and welcome to the next episode of Dice Age, an actual play D&D show. My name is Jack, and I am your Dungeon Master. Join with me, as always, are our lovely adventurers. Would you all care to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm AJ. I play Edgar Wood, the half-elf blood hunter.
Resplendent.
Hi. Hi. My name is Alice Rose. I play T. She's the sexy sorceress who's an elf.
Good to know.
Hello, I am Mitchell, and I play Essa Reyes, the human rogue.
Wonderful.
Oh, I can't get close to my mic. Hi, I'm Zach. I'm going to be playing Tauros, the Tiefling Paladin.
Hello, I'm Trey, and I am playing Oberon Perseus Maximus Germanius Cornelius Alexander Claudius the Second, the Drow Fighter.
Wonderful. And now that we're all here together, I think it's time for us to once again enjoy the sultry tones of Dice Age Elmera. To begin, AJ, I believe you, since we did make that horrible, terrible, awful mistake of having Zach be in charge of intros for the last episode, I think you're the one who's taking over this time.
You know, seeing the infomercial, and guys, we're like 16 episodes in. I think this is episode 16 for us.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
We've gotten some notes. Fan letters, information, feedback from people on some things for the recap and everything, and really, I think how we're playing our characters, right? So what I thought was I pulled something that a fan sent in. It was a fan, definitely a fan who sent this in, that kind of does a good job of recapping what we're doing in the session, but also gives us a chance to really test our acting chops. So I've just sent over the script to all of you. You should have gotten it in a fax.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. So the names have been changed a little bit. I think whoever this is using this for their own story, I guess. But I just thought I kind of listed out who everyone could play. I think it might be cool if we just reenact this story to really recap what's been happening.
Yeah, no.
And again, I just want to make it clear this was from a fan.
Do you have the name of the fan?
TJ.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, TJ, for submitting this lovely little fan work. Let's go ahead and get into it.
I'm only a theater major, so I'm gonna do terribly.
All right. And now we return to Dice Era. Z has embarked on a mission to speak with her lover/protector, Tammy.
Oh, Tammy, you know how much I lust for you.
And I for you, my sweet Ziana.
My dear, I must forewarn you. I am plotting with my dear compatriots the downfall of one Lord Richmond. I shall plant incriminating evidence of our secret lovers' affair.
Anything for you, my love. Anything for you.
Hey, AJ? That's not what happened.
Just don't worry about it. Just it'll all make sense. Just keep going.
Okay. Alas, my love, I must part, for planning must commence. O compatriots!
Z, thank you for inviting us to Madame Chevrolet's.
Of course, Dressa. Do tell, how was contacting spirits?
Well, with the help of the badass and de facto leader Edgar, I was able to contact one of Bitchman's wives, and we have an elaborate plot. We must find the poison in its nefarious laboratory.
Ah, but Dressa, you haven't thought of the complications in this matter. I, Toblerone, Persian, Maxima, Germany, Korn, Alexa, Applaudius II, know that we will need much nuance in this situation. Isn't that right, I'm not reading this, AJ.
Can't play if you don't.
Isn't that right, the smartest of all of us, Edgar?
I have to agree with Toblerone as a devout champion of Madonna with no complicated backstory. I, Soros, agree this will be quite difficult, but my love for Z means I'll gladly put down my life.
Z steps forward for an aside.
I am not fucking saying that, dude.
But you could.
Alas, my heart is split in two between tieflings who have stolen my heart. They are the thieflings of my heart. To be clear, listeners, this did not happen.
Friends, allow me, Edgar, to guide us in the right direction. We must find this poison. We must do so stealthily, and we must be prepared for what comes next. I say we go forth to Lady Sword's estate to plot further.
Wow, such grace and intelligence.
Fuck is this? I want to be like you when I grow up, Edgar. I'm older than him.
But alas, my friends, this is an even more complicated situation, for there are rumors of a sorry in the town of Ella Creek, and I must go forth to potentially help my people.
Fuck you, this is dumb. Of course, Edgar, whatever you say, this is definitely a good decision with no possible issues. That is the literal opposite of what happened.
But of course, we must deal with the Bitchman situation first. To Sword's estate, my dear friends.
And so, Edgar and his followers proceeded to Swords to share their plot. Wow, Edgar, this is incredible, but allow me to share some incredible information. For you see, the illness that befell Bitchman's wives was wind rot.
Oh my heavens! But that is what Madame Chevrolet is suffering through.
But wait, could that be why Spandex was spotted in her place of business? To poison her?
What an incredible observation, Edgar. We must deal with this immediately. But first I have one more secret to share. Once we remove Bitchman from power, we will need to replace him, and he has an heir. One who just so happens to be in Ella Creek.
Oh my god! Oh my what?
And,
Holy shit!
Dun, dun, dun!
and so Edgar's party knew what was at stake. But what shall happen next? Find out now on Dice Era.
Wait, whose party?
That's not what happened.
AJ, I need the writer. I need to know who wrote this.
TJ.
It was TJ. It was definitely TJ.
Get me in touch. I am hooked.
I have I don't ask how, but I have the original copy, Zach. I could just send that over to
I'm
you.
hooked.
Okay.
TJ's an abbreviation. It's like Tasham or something.
All right. Well, with that, let's get back into Elmera. All right. So we open back up in the back at Lady Ward's estate. You all have just been told by Ward that so you all know about the poison. You know that it replicates the symptoms of wind rot, which is an incredibly deadly disease that Madame Chevre has just been diagnosed with. You've also know that Spade was seen at Madame Chevre's, seemingly not there as a customer, and also not there looking for y'all. You know that that there is a basement in Lord Richmond's estate where he has a laboratory set up where he concocts the poison. You know that there is a party being hosted by a noblewoman in a few days that Richmond is sure to attend, which would give you an opportunity to break in and steal the poison. But you also know that Richmond does have an heir in the form of his illegitimate nephew, who could inherit his title since his current direct liege is the Empress herself, and it would be seen as improper for her to have to try to manage a single county when she's expected to be managing the entire empire.
How many, like, you said a few days out from when this party's supposed to happen, right?
Yeah, about 3 days from now.
Okay.
And what would be the quickest that we could go to Ella Creek and come back?
It was like a 9-day journey or something, right?
Yes, if I remember correctly.
There and back, it was like a week, I think, or something.
Yeah, I think maybe Cashel was 9 days, because that's on the outskirts.
Yeah, Ella Creek was closer.
Yeah,
I think it was
still like a 4-day
days.
journey. We'd never be able to do that first.
Yeah, if you guys go to Ella Creek first, you will miss your window for the party.
Yeah. So we have to do the party first.
Yeah, just wait here until the party happens and then strike. Or formulate a plan, party, strike.
Yes.
Yeah, so Ward will tell you all that, you do have the option of going and securing the heir first if you guys want to, and she can host another party to like try to lure Richmond away from his mansion if you want to get the heir first. But
it's no guarantee that he'll
go. And it's also you know that having the heir in Avon right now isn't necessarily the highest priority, just because he doesn't need to be present at the trial. The trial will be about Richmond and his crimes. It won't necessarily be about making this child the new lord of Richmond's county.
Also, no one's saying we have to go public with the poison right away.
That's if we are successful and don't get caught at any point in this process.
True.
We have a window when him and his guards are not supposed to be there. We don't have a
plan. Ward's happy to offer advice if anyone wants it, but she also is like, she's worked with adventurers before. She knows that sometimes it's best for you guys to come up with your own plans. She tells you all that, like, I've seen the results that you can get. I know that you're competent people. I'm not a believer in micromanaging. I'm here to give advice if you think you need it, but I'm happy to let you come up with your own plan and things like that. I will say, as soon as Richmond knows that the poison was stolen from him, he is going to try to lay low, try to figure out who stole it. So once the poison is stolen, we will need to set up the trial fairly quickly. Because we won't have a lot of time, because he might start calling in favors, start trying to garner enough support among the rest of the nobles that he can try to interfere with any court proceedings and things like that. So if we do, the stealing the poison should be the thing we do just before bringing the case to a judge.
Jack, the short time I was in the manor, could I try to recall maybe a base idea what the layout was like, so I know where the basement could potentially be?
Yeah, give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Come on,
You
Mr.
got this, you
Rogue.
got this.
I'm pretty decent intelligence. Let's see how I roll. 19.
Nice.
Not bad.
Oh yeah.
Got
Yeah,
+4.
you've got a pretty good memory of the place. So let me just a second.
T will also offer, if they don't want to chat in Richmond or in Ward's office anymore, to go back to Chevra's.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, her room, not the booth.
Mm-hmm. That's up to you all. Ward is happy to have you all be here if you still need her. Otherwise, she does have things she needs to do. So that's up to you guys. Do you want to stick around and see if Ward has any more advice or help for you all, or do you all want to start taking this on as your own thing?
Taurus is going to speak
I'm
up
saying our
before we
own.
even...
Go ahead.
Oh, there we go. Taurus will speak up, and he's gonna in a very a dry voice, it's almost like he got gut punched. He'll just ask, what was the sister's name? Did she give us it?
Yeah, she says the name of Richmond's sister was Penelope Richmond.
Oh.
She kind of looks at you like, was that it, or
I just fuck me.
Does
He's
Toro
gonna...
still look like a mess right now?
Yeah, he looks like he saw a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
That's my gig. Don't steal it.
Muscling on S's turf here.
He just kind of nods, and he looks like he wants to say more, but he can't find words at the moment.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Normally, this would be the moment where T realizes something's wrong with Tauros and goes into helpful friend mode, but she's a little too shell-shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I found out what's causing your batch cancer. It's the rich.
You won't believe it. It's the fucking
rich.
rich people again. They're at it again. All right.
Yeah.
I think it's best if we go somewhere else and discuss this.
All right. Yeah, so Ward will say, all right, very well. I trust that you all will come up with a good plan. As soon as you have something in mind, let me know, and I'll be happy to, I was planning on attending that party myself anyways. If you want me to help distract Richmond or anything, or if you just want me to act as if I have no idea of what's going on, either way works for me. Okay, so while that is going on, while you guys are walking back to Chevrolet. I'm
T
going
has a
to-
moment before she leaves where she's like, do I stop and tell my parents while I'm here? And then she doesn't.
All right.
Yeah.
What you see here is a floor plan as Essa remembers. This is the ground floor. The general shape of it is pretty much the same. Where the basement is concerned is more just like the central block as opposed to like the other wings. Mm-hmm. So coming in is the main hall. There's an office space over here. Over here is the music room. Here's the billiard room. Here is the library, dining hall, kitchen, one of the pantries, butler's closet, just little servants preparation area to bring out into there. These stairs here lead up to the second floor. These stairs here lead down into the basement.
How much of this am I familiar with?
You would have visited
a bedroom.
I mean, yeah, you would have gone up to the second floor. He may have taken you through some of the the billiard room, the dance hall and stuff like that to like try to show off and stuff like that. As far as the As far as what you know, this is all like the kind of stuff that you would mostly be familiar with the entertainment rooms and the second floor with the bedrooms and stuff like that.
Okay. T will help Essa in describing the house as best as they can.
Fun fact, I am basing this off of a actual rich person mansion that exists in the North Carolina mountains.
Yeah.
Oh, I was how you mentioned that.
This area is just like a downstairs bathroom.
Yeah. With what Zafia said, do I know that the whole basement is that lab, or that the lab is somewhere in the basement?
The lab is in the basement.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know if just going downstairs will lead you right to the lab, or if you had to find it.
No, the downstairs will lead to the basement, but the basement also has like the wine cellar and like some of the other like provisions and things like that there. So it's not all the laboratory down there.
Gotcha. Just wanted to be clear on that. Cool.
All right. So
this is gonna have to be you taking the lead. I've never done anything like this.
I did it once. We saw how that turned out. Thankfully, he won't be there this time, so maybe the second time will go a lot better. It has to.
The real question is, and I hope I'm just going kind of side-eye Tauros, what about us?
What about me as well?
Do we don't have a way of communicating with... Didn't we talked to War about getting sending stones,
No.
right?
We have a singular sending stone.
yes, you were able to. So I'd say Oberon will be able to get a pair
I
of
have
sending
that
stones
in the scroll.
in the scroll of sending. Yep.
Yep, that nobody else.
And I have the message cantrip.
Yes, but the scroll of sending stones are a once per day use. So
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, you can send a message and then they can send one. So
Yeah.
I think Essa should hold on to one. Do you two plan on just going in there by yourselves?
I mean, it'd be too risky to have everyone there. Even with Richmond and the elites out, there are still going to be some guards. And if he comes back to a massacre, well, he'll catch on quicker. so keeping low profile would be the best. But I don't think it'd be a bad idea to have you all on standby as close as you can without causing attention, in case we
Do
are
we
in
know
trouble.
how far away the party is from the estate?
So the party, Lady Ward would have told you this. The party is being hosted by Lady Jaina. She does still live in the nobles' quarter, so it's going to, it's not going to be. It's not like it's going to be on the other side of the city, but she does live a good few blocks away. It would take, so say Richmond or one of his guards gets alerted that someone's broken in, it would take them, let's say, somewhere around 20 minutes to get back if they're not running.
So like a 20-minute power walk, essentially.
Yeah. Now, you don't know if any of his guards have any magical capabilities or have some like swiftness or something like that might give them some benefit, but as far as like the normal walking distance between Richmond's estate and Lady Jaina's estate, it would be about a good 20-minute walk.
Cool.
Oberon's leaving this to you, whoever wants to. This is not his area of expertise.
Taurus is not sneaky. He is a very big man.
So if
Very big.
Essa, if you want to like try to remember about how many guards are usually on duty, you could give me another intelligence check.
21, better.
21. All right. So you know that there are always at least 6 guards on duty, depending on rotation and stuff like that. There are 2 guards manned at the entrance, 2 guards manned in the back garden, and then 2 guards on duty within the estate.
So can you repeat that one more time? Sorry, Jack.
So there are always at least 6 guards that are on duty. There's always 2 guarding the front entrance, 2 guarding the back garden, and 2 that are within the building itself.
Gotcha. I just went through a couple of small circles just to represent.
Nice. I know it's probably asking a lot, but
that's not including the cards.
Yeah, that's not the elites. Could I try to remember if like when I was caught, if there was like any magical traps that triggered that alerted Richmond or the cards to my presence?
So I imagine when you were sneaking through, you were focusing on trying to like get into like the dining room or the kitchen to like get like silverware and stuff like that. You were focusing on getting up into like the bedroom, see if maybe you could find some like valuables or things like that.
Stuff I could pop.
Yeah. There wasn't really anything magical necessarily. I mean, you did end up accidentally tripping a physical trap that was set over one of the like heirlooms of Richmond had in his ballroom. So like you know that at least someone in Richmond's employ is able to set up those kinds of traps. It was a kind of snare that rang with a bell that it took you too long to get out of before the guards showed up and everything. But as far as like magical stuff, like I mean, Diamond is a wizard, but as far as like magical traps, you're not certain.
I know Diamond has the capability of spell casting, proficient with it at least. I don't know of any spell like traps, magical traps that he has laid without his manor. Physical traps, I imagine he has plentiful of. I ran into one. That's how I got caught. But other than that one, I don't know exactly where they would be. So when we're sneaking, we must keep eyes open for those. Richmond won't be there, but who's to say one of them won't trigger some magical alarm that will alert Diamond at least?
Watch this man have a fucking metal detector.
Whoop,
This
whoop.
T-
It's
full-
under the
full TSA.
police. Dee-dee.
I don't like this at all, but I feel like the only option here is that Essa and I go in. You all are on standby close by. We can give you any
We-
guidance that we
that makes
can.
sense.
We could be lingering around the streets. I'm assuming the Claudiuses are like in the nobles area. Like they it's not outlandish for like Oberon to be walking around there, correct?
I mean, people would for
They
Oberon,
Yeah.
yeah. For Tauros, it'd be like, what's he
But
doing?
also,
here?
it would be a thing of like, if Oberon wasn't in his like full regalia, he may not be immediately recognized as a Claudius.
Okay.
Yeah, he
If,
might not
like,
be
he wasn't
recognized as a
wearing his-
Claudius. It's like an elf walking around the noble, especially one who's like carrying himself like a noble. Sure. As
and
long as
he
he's
could potentially pass off for one.
Mm-hmm. So it's as far as like Oberon can nonchalantly walk around and no one would recognize him as Oberon Claudius.
Yeah.
We could simply be under the guise of two nobles enjoying the night out with a loyal guard / escort. I don't know how long that would last, though.
I don't know if I can be in Richmond's estate.
The guards it'd be very likely for the guards to recognize T.
I think then, and I don't agree
I
with
think
this,
that
but
I should be a distraction.
I don't like it, but that would be the best case scenario. Should
It would get him
And
to
Ed-
kill Chevra slower. It would get him very distracted. I can be distracting. when
I
want
would,
to.
I would say, you could. Should your presence be alerted, the guards would instantly come to make you as
They would kill her.
comfortable as possible.
They would kill Chevra.
T, give me an insight check real quick.
Mm. 18.
I'm mainly saying
With an 18, it's like you know that definitely he has his eyes on Chevra. He's using the poison. As far as sending it like an actual hit squad out against her,
Mhm.
you would have to do something significantly immediately traceable to you for him to do that. And even then, he might not, because he doesn't know that you know he's poisoning Chevra.
Mhm.
He's a very crafty person. The idea of him just sending out an actual goon squad to outright murder someone, that's never been how he's killed any one of his wives before.
Mhm.
So it's I understand like T might in this emotional heightened sense think
Yeah.
that, but as far as like if she's sitting down and thinking about it, that's less likely.
She could figure out that's not the first thing he'd do.
Yeah.
I was going to say you could, if you were to walk up to the gates of the estate and ask to seek audience with Richmond while they were inside and needed help, you may draw enough of their attention away for them to either continue the mission or escape. And then we can figure out a way to get you out of it. As a last case scenario.
If we fuck up and trying to get inside, for instance.
We have 3 days.
We do.
You all could also if you want, try to do some reconnaissance on the Richmond estate.
That's true.
That would be dangerous.
Not for me. Can't get in the estate, obviously, but I could at least
Walk around without
walk
attracting too much
around.
attention.
I will say, one thing we could do is make it a skill challenge, where everyone has the opportunity to make an attempt to try
Use
to
a
gain
skill.
some kind of information on Richmond, his guards, his day-to-day goings abouts and comings and goings and stuff like that, to get some kind of advantage for the actual operation. And like how well you do on the skill challenge determines like how good of information you get. Failures would mean like one failure would mean like
You don't get anything.
you don't get anything. 2 failures is like you don't get anything and the guards are starting to get suspicious. 3 failures and it's Richmond doesn't go to the party.
Mm-hmm.
And we could stop after we reach a certain number of failures or
yeah.
a certain number of successes, right?
Yeah.
I'm good with that if everybody else is.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll have you all start doing some reconnaissance. So what we're going to do is I'm going to say... sorry, go ahead.
Just one thing. Could I get, instead of Oberon's normal regalia armor, could Oberon get like just a normal set of armor without like the Claudius colors? Or like a darker set? Like maybe like a dark gray color?
Yeah. Do you have the money for new armor?
I believe so. Here, well, I'll look into it while everybody else is doing their thing.
All right. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set it as a we'll do skill challenge, 3 failures, and Richmond. I'll say the 1 failure will just make it so that you negate one of the potential advantages you could have had. 2 failures is the guards are going to be on higher alert. The 3rd failure is Richmond is too nervous to actually leave his estate for the party. And we'll say you can go for a maximum of 6 successes.
Okay.
In that case, Jack, I'm going to, just in case this is what's going to happen, Oberon is going to buy a set of a chain shirt.
Okay.
So we'll have the best armor, but we'll take away his disadvantage with stealth at least.
There you go. Alrighty. So we will start the skill challenge. Who wants to go first? And now remember, with skill challenges, the skill you are going to use, you have to be proficient in it, and the skill we can only and you cannot repeat a skill that you've already used.
That person cannot repeat the skill.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else can repeat it, but the person who used it cannot repeat it. You get 1 use of that skill per challenge.
I guess
Are we
I
doing-
would like to kick it off.
Okay.
If y'all are
Or
cool
that-
with that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
One quick question. Are we doing what we did at the party where you can, if someone fails, you can use your attempt to try to get rid of a failure?
Yes.
Or no?
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
bring that one in as well. But remember, if you fail to correct a failure, that counts as another failure.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right.
So Alex wanted to kick it off.
Yep.
Yeah.
No pressure.
And then I realized it might be dumb. Or just a little hasty, rather. She'll definitely like consult with the guys before
Mhm.
doing this. Because she knows that she's behaving erratically and emotionally. She would bring to the table trying to distract Richmond by persuading him to take her to the party.
while somebody else like keeps an eye out
Yeah, that'd be a
and
good
like
distraction.
tries to investigate.
It could work really well, but
It
might
could
work
also-
too well.
Also,
It could
there's
kill
a
you.
chance. Also, well, he's not going to kill her before he marries her.
Marries her.
Alice,
true.
I will say, if T does want to use this as part of her skill challenge, I will give T advantage on this persuasion roll.
I will
Ooh.
also say this could also work very badly. Should you go to the party with him and then he comes back, you're an instant hostage.
Not necessarily. I mean, I think like for some people it's pretty obvious that we're all buddy, but not
No,
to
I'm
everyone.
No, but I'm saying he's going to bring you back to his
Yeah,
manor, and he's
That's
most
what I was
likely-
gonna mention. Yeah, you guys have to go back to the mansion. It's not. I'm
some
assuming
point.
he's gonna be a little insistent.
So unless
Yeah.
somebody runs interference on the way there, there's a chance that T stays at the manor when Richmond is irritated if
What?
he finds out something got stolen.
What if the move is to?
Guess it's an eye on the inside.
What if it's to plant the seeds that he might be at the party? Like
Mm,
get
that-
Richmond's attention, trying to
Ooh.
find you there.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I would
this be a
say
deception
I would
check,
say that
though?
would be a deception check to try to plant
Okay.
information.
Would he still have advantage?
Advantage.
No more advantage though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Titties.
Titties indeed.
As an option, we don't have to go that
Yeah.
route.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think that's great. And I'm good at deception. I'm just not as good at deception.
yeah.
Just roll good, forehead.
And you know what? First
Got
of
him.
all, fuck you. Second of all, I can always persuade later.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Plant the seeds and then persuade. I would like to do a straight deception check to flirt with Richmond and insinuate that I might be at the party.
Okay.
Ooh.
17.
A 17 is a
There you go.
success.
Yay!
Yes. Yes,
Ooh.
Alice. Nice.
All right.
Thank you.
Who else would like to attempt to contribute to the skill challenge?
I have a +10 to stealth. If you want to go down that route.
Yeah.
Then do it,
Yeah,
forehead.
if you want
Sneak
to
ar-
take a
sneak
sneak around, check guard patrols, things like that.
That's a nat one.
That's a
I
nat
figured that
one.
was
Oh
coming.
my god. Does he get
Yeah.
any sort of help because
So-
I was distracting him?
So here's the thing: it's a nat one. Nat one's on a skill check. It's just a one. It's not a like critical failure.
Okay.
There's a
11 does not beat the DC, however. So
Figured.
that is one failure.
Forehead, you didn't roll good.
Now,
Yeah.
if someone wants,
I'm getting
so
to the
I'm
other
gonna, the way that I'm going to say that this works out is that Essa gets caught sneaking around the grounds of the Richmond estate. There is a chance that someone can help weasel him out of the confrontation with the guards.
So, when assisting, does that give him advantage on the roll, or does I?
No, you have to roll.
You would have to use one of your skills to try to
Yeah.
correct this mistake.
Uh,
And if you fail on the
I mean-
correction, that's another failure.
yeah.
I feel like Edgar might be the only one who can safely do this.
I
So,
don't know what skill I'm proficient in that.
I
could
do
help
have
with
an
this.
idea of using intimidation as like working as like a guard, quote unquote, and being like, "Hey, what the fuck you doing around here?" and acting like he's pulling Essa away, like
Okay.
he's just like,
Like he's
you know,
just
being a
some-
paladin.
a paladin patrolling around and pulling Essa away, dealing
Yeah.
with Essa. Okay, yeah, I can see
Ignore
that. Give me an
Madonna
intimidation check.
duties.
My man Madonna. Does anyone else have an idea though? That's just my
I
That's a
was
good
gonna
idea.
say, the
I like
only
it.
thing that I really like here is the only thing would be Oberon going in there and trying to persuade the guards, like, listen, there's no need for this to get ugly. Like, I don't want my day to be ruined by seeing this poor human get butchered in front of me or like be
If-
incarcerated in
Yeah.
front of me.
And with Tauros, we can make it seem like it had nothing to do.
Yeah,
with
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Richmond's grounds.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
All right,
you're good.
my intimidation isn't great. Let's do this. That's a 15.
Ooh. That's a success. You
Yeah.
erase that failure.
Ooh, Nelly.
Nice.
All right, so you guys are up to 1 success, 0 failures.
My highest skill is athletics, and I'm trying desperately to think of a way that I can
Me fucking too, buddy.
make athletics work in this.
Yeah.
Could
At least
I will
get
say,
that one out early.
1 success, you are guaranteed to get some good information. The more successes, the better information you get.
Yeah. And let me know if this is feasible, Jack. Could I, with my trying to think of what I could do with my athletics that would get me any information. Could I do this with an assist? Could I use my athletic skill to assist somebody else's skill check?
I think you should start doing a morning jog with your athletics and use that to like keep tabs on the guard patrol.
I was gonna bring that up.
I had
But-
an idea for an acrobatics check, actually, that it could work with. 2 questions, though, for that, Jack. How many stories is Richmond's estate?
There's the ground floor, a second floor, and a third floor.
Got it. Are most of the noble estates made of, like, the same materials? Like, do they seem like they were...
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
terrace.
They all use the
No.
same architect.
What Edgar might try to do is practice some more depth climbing of buildings like this to see if there are access points on other floors, not on the first floor. So he might try in another building, similar
Yeah.
build, to climb up. If Oberon wanted to help,
Could I give him a boost to like help him get the
Okay.
higher floors?
Yeah, I'll say I'll allow that. So that'll be an acrobatics with advantage, but that will be Oberon's use of athletics for the skill challenge.
Okay, I can't think of anything else that I'd use athletics for. So.
All right. So acrobatics with
28.
advantage is a 26. That is another success.
Nice.
Cool.
okay,
Um,
we have 2.
I do have.
You
I have
can
a
get
plus
up
10
to
to
5.
acrobatics,
Yeah.
plus 10 to acrobatics, plus 7 to sleight of hand, and a plus 5 to deception in terms of what I'm pretty good at.
could I
Tauros hasn't taken a turn yet.
Tauros
he
is
used
not
his
Tauros.
turn
killing
to
me.
save Essa.
You saved mine.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Now we're at the top again.
Yeah. We don't have to go in order. Like
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
It was just
could
reset.
I Jack with Oberon, and he's been training with Caster to like be more insightful with nobles. Would there be a way that Oberon could like just really kind of observe like Lord Richmond's like maybe his behavior whenever he is out and about or when he's doing that, and try and glean like maybe like how paranoid this guy is when it comes to like what security he has in his man.
Absolutely. Yeah, give me an insight check.
I won't suppose that I would have advantage on this because of my training.
No.
Oh wait, I need to turn off to GM. Bob. Yes, and
That's another failure. Another failure meaning that's 1 failure total so far.
Oh,
Oh!
Trey, stop. Trey, no.
What are
There we
these
go.
rolls? I haven't rolled above a 5.
For the audience at home, that was 9, 10, 6, and 23.
All attempted insight
Oberon's,
checks.
Get the bad rolls
Oberon's
out early.
cracked rolls have gone away.
So I'll say, Oberon, you're trying to like nonchalantly observe Richmond's comings and goings. It's not very nonchalant, and you are definitely noticed by Richmond and his guards.
Then I'm just going to like play. I'm just going to play it off as if it was just like, how sometimes
it's-
people
it's-
watch and you get caught.
Mhm.
Kind of just play it off like that, like nothing.
No, yeah, definitely.
I am also a stalker for fun.
Does anyone want to attempt to correct that failure?
I don't really have anything that could help. I have deception. That's only a plus 5.
when like the round resets, do we get the ones we used last time back or no?
No.
No,
It's for the entire skill challenge. You can only use each skill once.
I'm not as good as Tauros in intimidation, but I could do an intimidation check to try to get the guards who did notice
Mean mug. Mean mug.
to be like, maybe we don't bring this up.
Okay.
I'm not great at it.
Yeah, let's take a look.
But I could go for
You
it.
just turn into your story form, and it's like, oh, that's distracting.
This is a risk, boys.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
If anyone else has an idea.
I straight up got nothing.
What's one failure again?
One failure is that the guards will be on alert during the day of the break-in.
Okay.
No, one failure is one failure.
Oh, sorry. One failure is sorry. One failure, it negates one of the pieces of information you would have gotten.
Okay.
2 is when the guards are on alert. 3,
so effectively, with just one failure, you guys are
1.
basically only at 1 success.
Okay.
It's a risk. It's a very big risk. I have a +4.
I have deception. I just don't know how I could use that to assist you in this.
You could like cause a distraction.
That's what I'm thinking.
Or if you have sleight of hand, you could like accidentally bump into one of the. You could bump into like, or like not bump in, but you can maybe like sleight of hand throw something that would like distract the guards and have them like focus on that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow that.
So give advantage to.
No, it's just
you do your own check.
You do your own sleight of hand. That will count as your sleight of hand for the skill challenge. But if you succeed, you will erase that failure.
18.
You succeed. You erase the failure.
I imagine what I do is I see that happen and I just kind of like kick something up. Like I grab something off the street as I can and just kind of like something loud and heavy that makes enough noise so the guards are like.
Oh yeah, the guards pay more attention to that and try to find the hooligan who's throwing rocks at the gate. But I imagine you've already scurried off.
Hooligans.
All right. So you guys are at 2 successes, 0 failures.
We might want to call it.
I am out of good skills.
I have
completely out.
I forgot you guys don't have a lot of intelligence in this party.
I have a +4. But that's it.
No,
it's true and also mean.
Edgar and Essa have decent intelligence.
Jack,
we are a terrible soft stat party.
Yeah, we hit real hard and real good.
I have a +10 to acrobatics, but previous stealth roll also had a +10. Had to turn out well.
I have a +5 to animal handling, perception, and persuasion.
I was thinking
I have a +5 in stealth and sleight of hand, but I don't have proficiency in those. So I can't.
Yeah.
I have a +4 in religion. I was thinking maybe I could ask around to guards, be like,
have you heard of our Lord and Savior?
I'm assuming Jesus, can you help me with this?
Jesus, can you help a homie out?
Are you proficient in religion?
Yes.
Oh yeah. So what are you thinking?
I was thinking along the lines. I wanted to ask you of how the guards at his just the base guards, are they just hired on? Like, are they like switched out of like around?
They're just hired on. They're not paladins.
Okay, so never mind.
T, you could use your persuasion. You wouldn't have to do it for the same thing now, but you could try to persuade the guards and be like, "Oh, I just want to get a closer look."
I could. No, that would kind of be deception. I was thinking I could try to hang around the estate to be like, I'm just trying to get to know it better, you know.
That would be deception.
That would be deception, and I already use that.
You could get someone else to do it for you.
Persuade.
Persuade one of the guards and be like, "Hey, I'm too shy. I just want to know more about this place."
I could. Okay. Persuasion's my. I have a +10 to persuasion.
You could gaslight one of your party members again.
I have sleight of hand and performance.
So something we could do with your feminine wiles is if we can find out rotations and everything, and see
have
if you can convince a guard to be like, come meet me here at this time for sexy times.
My God. Oh.
Just like during the party.
You want a hand?
Oh my goodness! I could try to convince a guard to hook up with me.
Yeah,
But
convince
then
the guard
we lose-
to abandon their post and hook up with you.
But then we lose the option of me distracting him
Oh no,
with
Alice, you
persuasion.
don't go.
You've already done
You
that.
just tell the guy to go.
Yeah, you tell the guy
No,
to go. You don't
I
actually go.
completely realize that, but then I lose the persuasion skill for the skill check if we need me to persuade him to ask me to the party.
You could. This could be a
Um,
sleight of hand check if you really think about it.
Oh, jeez.
Damn it.
What with his hands?
Trey, could you explain for all the children that are listening?
Yeah.
Yeah. For Mitchell.
So a handy is when
No!
What a mommy and a handy love each other very much.
I have a +7 to performance. Could it be performance?
What are you
Yeah,
what are you
good.
performing?
do you really want to
Performing
answer
being
that question,
attractive.
Jack?
I mean,
Performing being a professional distraction.
but I mean, like what are you
Using the
what are you
golfer
distracting? Like,
technique.
what's the?
I'm trying to like use that to do AJ's idea of like
Yeah, but this describe.
I think what
no.
you could use performance to like distract someone to give someone else an advantage on their skill, but I can't really see you using performance to convince a guard to abandon their post.
Yeah. I can always persuade him to ask me to the party outside of the skill check.
That's what I'm
So,
saying. You don't need. The
I'm
skill
gonna use persuasion to get a guard to abandon his post on the night of the party.
All right.
Do it, bitch.
Fear. Fucking
Ew.
dicks. Is a 13 a success?
13 is a failure. These are some
Fucking
well-trained guards.
dicks.
Does anyone want to try to erase that failure?
I can.
And how can you
I
try
can-
to erase the failure
So
of T attempting to seduce a
and
guard to
let me know if
abandon their
this
post?
is. Let me know if this is viable or not. Could I, as T is like trying to convince this guard and failing, could I have Woon like kind of like almost barrel in and like Oberon just kind of like act like the sheepish, like, oh, he got out, like, sorry about that, and like
You
just
got
kind of
away
like
from me.
rein him.
Come
Yeah.
back here, you playful little scamp.
Yeah.
Could I attempt
you
to
can
do
attempt
that
to
with an animal handling?
handling. Yep.
If anybody got anything to assist with this,
I only have my boobs and they failed me.
I mean, can Taurus run away from this big dog?
The dog is chasing
Actual
Tauros.
fear.
wait. Tauros doing
If
athletics?
Tauros uses his athletics for the skill challenge, I will give Trey advantage
God.
on the animal handling.
Yes,
There's
do
going to
it.
be actual fear.
Oh my God.
Taurus, this isn't a bit. This was just him being scared. But yes, he will give his athletics.
All right. Let's see an animal handling with advantage. Thank you for that advantage, because that erased the fail.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a 14 and a 16.
As a 14
Yes.
and a 16. Also, oh gosh.
You
I
guys-
imagine
good.
Wound just like accidentally pushes me into the guard.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
and then
silly
just
me.
like, oh,
Y'all, you've had 3 failures, and you've erased all 3 of them, and you've had 2 successes.
I'm
We
starting
should
to
stop.
We should
Yeah.
stop.
You might want to call it.
What's
Two
the
successes
next
is
person-
great.
I was about to say, what's the next highest skill anybody has?
That
I
I'm
have
proficient in.
acrobatics as a +10, which I'm proficient in. I haven't used it yet. I've used stealth. and
Performance
acrobatics.
is a +7.
I have insight, medicine, and religion as a +4.
I have a +4 intimidation.
I would say that maybe the only thing left is let Essa do his acrobatics, and if he fails at that, he just fails, and we take one piece of information.
Okay. What are you going to do with your
Um,
acrobatics, Essa?
Fuck. Can I try to maybe scale nearby buildings to kind of peek in through the windows, just see if I can notice if there's more guards than what I remember there being?
Yeah, absolutely.
Every move you make.
No.
29.
That's a
almost a nat
29 in
20.
Yes.
acrobatics. That
Thank
is
you,
another
rogue.
Success.
Just barely made it.
All
Skill
right.
monkey.
So that's
Fuck.
so that's 3
He take
successes.
hard levels.
So that's 3 successes and 3 erased failures.
Oh, I almost.
It's gonna come so bad.
My blood pressure.
Ooh.
This could have gone so bad.
Mhm.
So we take our 3, right? I have a +5 persuasion.
We take our
but with
3.
How I've been
We take our
rolling,
3.
I don't
Take,
trust it.
take the 3.
I
Take
think
the 3.
we, yeah.
All right. We'll
We're
end it
taking our
here.
3.
You'll take your 3.
Great.
Okay. So I will say, with your 3 successes, 0 failures. So not only do you not lose any information, as far as Richmond and his guards are concerned, as far as you can tell, they do not suspect that anyone is planning a heist. So I'll say with 3 successes, Essa, while you're like acrobating around looking in, you notice that the entrance that you had used previously does have a pretty elaborate looking trap set up on it. So you will have to, instead of the entrance you used previously, which was that back door, where you see like the entrance to like the larder is, it does have a pretty elaborate trap. You do see though, yeah, that there is a way around it that's being used by the servants, you know, for when they have to go in and out. So you do pick up on the, so you know it must be easy enough to get around that they can move through it without tripping the trap, but I will say you don't necessarily see exactly what they do to avoid the trap.
Very, yeah.
And then the other success was your acrobatics, right? So
His
I'll say-
acrobatics, and then T's deception.
My deception.
yeah. So T, your deception definitely makes it so that, oh yeah, Richmond's definitely going in to the party. But also I'll say that just because you guys got 3 successes, you also know that I'll say while you were distracting, you also noticed that there is a it looks like there's some landscaping project being done on Richmond's estate on the eastern side of the building, where it looks like some kind of incident occurred. Someone fucked up, and now there is a bit of a hole that just has a rudimentary kind of planks of wood placed on top of it that is right at the like foundation of the building, so it would probably lead straight into the basement.
Dope.
Okay.
And then Edgar, with your success, I'd say that you learned that you definitely feel like you have an understanding of how this architecture works and stuff like that. You do also, as you're like climbing around, you notice that like there is there's a lot of like bedrooms and stuff in the upper levels.
T could have told you that.
Mm-hmm. I'll say like, but you also notice that there is definitely a good spot in the upper levels that like is a sort of like attic area that would be a source of ingress if you need to, or a source of egress if you guys have run out of your original option for escape.
Cool.
You know, maybe someone who has a grappling hook would be able to use that top story window to get across to another roof or something.
Guys, I need like 10 days. Just Edgar trying to get a knot around the hook part.
Yeah.
Edgar, how are you so uncoordinated when it comes to this one specific task?
All right. So you guys have got your information. You know for a fact that Richmond will be showing up to the party. Now you guys just have to.
Do we want to let Lady Ward know to maybe have her, just if Richmond looks like he's about to leave, for her to like stall him as long as she can?
Absolutely.
Question. Instead of giving the sending stone to Essa, do we want to give it to Lady Ward so she could tell us if Richmond potentially leaves the party?
But then how will Essa communicate with us if shit goes to fuck?
We would need to test the limits of T's message then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll say
We do have the scroll.
No, you guys don't know about the scroll.
We don't know that.
Oberon
you didn't tell us
said
about
the
the scroll.
stones. Oh. That is Oberon's Hail Mary right there.
Message is 120 feet, and I need to know the direction the person's in.
But it's also obscured from like a foot of stone.
Mm-hmm.
Which if we're going
And the
into a
basement
wall-
could easily be that.
Oh, it's probably definitely that. Yeah. So.
And the walls alone could be that.
Can we ask Ward if she we know Ward has magic. Can we ask Ward if she knows any spells to get in touch?
She knows the sending spell.
There we go.
Yeah, she'll be happy to discreetly send to one of you if Richmond unexpectedly leaves or something like that.
I will say this as a note. After the first night of going back to Chevra's after finding this out, at like 2 a.m. T shows up on Tauros's doorstep.
Okay.
And just tiredly answers
again. Like there's a bunch of other paladins there because Tauros just lives at the paladins' barracks.
Yeah.
And they're just like, all right, she's here for him again, I guess.
Hold on, Loomis.
That fucking dude that lives in the back.
There's a girl.
It's very much the same exact thing that he did last time, where you like come up, knock on the door, and it just like cracks a little bit as he like leans out. Hi.
Hi, Tauros.
What's wrong?
Do you mind if I stay with you for a couple nights? I can't look at Chevra right now without telling her. And I can't tell her.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
I brought a bedroll.
Of course. I mean, you...
Did you also hear bread roll?
I said bedroll.
He nods. I understand. Yes, you can stay here for the time being, if it's okay.
Thank you. You're so generous.
He kind of leads her in, and how just an estimate. How long like after the meeting with Ward would this be?
Hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So he's still pretty shooken up, and he kind of like leads you in, puts it down a little spot for you. And he's like pretty quiet. And he's like, "Can I talk to you about something?"
Of course.
I want to apologize for not telling you about my family in Ellick Creek for years.
I assume you had your reasons.
This
doesn't seem like a fun memory.
No. They're not. Fuck up, Jack. Get the fuck out of here. He like kind of like sheepishly nods. Yeah, no, it's not fun. There's something else though that's
What?
been digging into my brain. The name of that person that Ward has set up. She said His name was Stowen. Stowen. Sorry, that cracked me up. His name was Stowen. That was my parents' name. Their last names.
Your
That was my last name too.
Oh, okay. Did you recognize the first name?
No, I didn't. That's
Ah,
what's gotten me. And like, you've seen him kind of like, you're one of the few people that you see his emotion, but like you can see there's like a mix between like confusion and just fear on his face.
so is it possible this is a cousin?
I don't know. I didn't have siblings when I was growing up.
Okay, no siblings, parents, aunts and uncles.
I don't fucking know.
That's Zach, not Taurus.
It's Zach.
Yeah.
He's gonna shake his head. Not that my parents shared with me. No, we were pretty closely knit in our village.
Just the three of you?
Yes.
Okay. I assume both your parents were tiefling?
Oh man.
What's
He
the
kinda-
emotion on Taurus's face after
Oh,
that question?
He like averts his gaze and he kind of like starts really shimmying with his armor and I don't know how to word this without being weird. He kind of like quietly mutters, do you know where tieflings come from?
When a hand and a woman love each other.
I can't say I'm too familiar.
I don't know if it's all the time. I've heard tell that this happens to some people, but tieflings don't start like this. And he kind of motions to himself.
Oh,
I've never really looked into it. I've told myself that is behind me and it doesn't matter, but I didn't always look like I do now.
turned into this?
When I was very young, I was once human, as my parents are.
Oh,
And this happened in when I began to change, it tore my parents apart and I had to leave. And he's like, you see him kind of crumpling like a child at this point when he's talking about this. Like,
He'll
he's,
like sit closer to him.
yeah, I was the problem, so I took the problem out of the equation.
I take it you haven't heard from them since.
Never.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
And like he
Right.
finally kind of like turns to look at you, and you see again his face is like pretty fucked up right now, and I'm scared, T.
That explains a lot.
And I
But
want to tell the others, but I don't know how. But I at least wanted to bring it up to you first because something is going on in my hometown, and I was already afraid of going back because I just don't want to have to go back because I've put that behind me. It's not who I am anymore. I'm not that boy anymore, but it just seems like we have to return, and now this, and I'm scared.
Can see why. Thank you for sharing this with me.
Of course, I'm sorry that this is also happening while you're having your own.
It's almost nice to worry about someone else instead of myself.
Like, there's a small smile, and then like a tear kind of falls down his face, and he just kind of gives a nod. I appreciate that.
She'll offer a hand if he wants it.
He takes it. His hand is fucking shaking,
Oh.
but he takes it.
She holds it tight.
I think that we have to tell them something.
Yes,
We don't have to tell them everything.
I don't want to hide this from them. It's important. I just wanted to tell you first because I trust you.
Thank you, Tauros. I trust you.
Thank you.
Um,
Like a couple more tears kind of follow.
Did this happen gradually or all at once?
It was, Jack, it was pretty, like, it wasn't, like,
It was
quick,
like
but it was a
your-
pretty gradual process. Like,
Your like pigmentation started changing. You started developing like horns and stuff like that. It probably took the course of like a couple months for you to fully acquire your straight up tiefling form. Like quicker than like regular puberty, but
demon puberty hit hard.
yeah.
He kind of nods. It's a slow process, but I left before it was finished. It was.
At least they won't recognize you.
I hope so. I don't know what I would do to face them. I don't want to.
There is a distinct possibility that this is your brother we're talking about then.
Oh, he like I gotta like. Oh man, I don't even know what to roll for that save.
Constitution check to see if you vomit.
I'll roll a d20. Oh, he sneers. He like it's like a
It's like 7.
a disgust on that 7. It's like he doesn't even want to think about it. I'm aware of what it might be.
What's happening to Koros? We're going to figure it out together.
Okay.
She'll grab his hand with both hands.
He like very shakily. This one's very obviously shaky as it kind of like also grabs hers and kind of like gives it a pat, and he kind of gives her a nod. I will let you go get some rest now. I think I should probably get rest too after the day we've had.
So right after you say that, the door opens up and Elda Loomis walks in, and she's just like, "Oh hey Tauros, I made some extra," and then like as she's like coming in with like a basket of like bread rolls, and then she sees you and T, and she just like pauses,
Holding hands, sitting on his bed.
yeah, pauses, and is just like, I'll just leave these, and she like kind of slowly backs out, puts the bread rolls on your table.
She's just like, do I need to show you how to like put a sheath on a sword?
Can you believe that horns can turn red?
She's just gonna.
Don't worry, T already knows.
She's just gonna back out and just be like, "All right, you do, yep, and just leave." She's like, "I'm gonna go train." She's just leaves.
It definitely it doesn't help, but it takes his mind off the very bad and just gives it to the bad. And you can tell he's more just embarrassed at that than he was at, oh yeah, something's going on with my fucking parents.
All right.
She will ask one more thing, pushing her luck with how sherry he is right now.
Oh.
Hit me.
Was Tauros always your name?
He quietly shakes his head. No, it was different. I picked up the name from the orphanage, actually.
They named you too.
Yeah. The horns and the hooves gave it away.
Hmm.
My real name is Oric.
Oric Stone.
Oric Stone.
It's a nice name.
Sometimes he kind of smiles at it. Sometimes I do like to think back on it, but and then he quickly shakes his head, but it's behind me now.
Well, Tauros, it's nice to meet you.
he gets like a smile. He's like, "It's nice to meet you too." It's just how he learned. It's what he knows. He gives you a nod. Yeah.
She'll let it rest after that.
Yeah.
All right.
Sleep there.
Well, I'll say, does anyone have any other preparations or things they want to go over?
Do we want T to get invited to the party?
I would say at this point, no.
I think with War being able to distract him, I don't think we need T
Well,
there.
But
Or
T
T.
can't go in to the mansion.
Yeah.
But it'd be good to have her out there just in case shit goes down. And we might be able to...
You also have the message cantrip that can message them while they're still before they go into the basement.
Yeah.
If shit changes on the outside.
Also, you have a couple spells that could charm people if needed.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys did get to literally walk into a secret prison.
That's true. Because of T.
Yeah.
Jack had to literally bend
That's
the
because
rules.
Jack was rolling like dog shit.
I was rolling like dog shit. I also forgot that elves have advantage on charm rolls.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wait, but then you re-rolled and it still failed.
Yeah, you
Oh, yeah.
re-rolled it
That's
and
right.
it still was shit.
Yeah, never mind. It's just...
You were like, the bitch slap gives him advantage.
Yeah. All right. Well, if all the preparations are ready, I think it's time to get to the night of the heist.
Let's go.
T, for once in her life, is going to wear something that covers her body, but it will be skin tight.
Mm-hmm.
So, evens out.
Oberon will be wearing his darker set of armor and take off the turn the standard back into a lance.
Will you have Woon on standby nearby, or are you...
Yeah, I'll say that there's probably, and feel free to tell me if not, but there's probably if not stable, maybe just somewhere where Woon could maybe sell down, maybe a station where nobles would put their animals. Or,
yeah, there's there's doggy daycares and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
if there's one within earshot, just to where if Oberon whistled, Woon could be there in a round.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Edgar is wearing all black.
I bet that was really hard
Whoa.
for him to pull that together.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Even what about his new sick red chain wallet?
He's had to bestow that away, and he's very upset.
Okay. Let's
Crawling in his crawl.
see. So, what's the plan?
This is your show, Essa.
So, who all is going to be trying to sneak into
These two,
states?
the stealthy
SS.
boys.
All right.
Essa and
Just
Edgar.
the two of us.
Now, which entrance are you going through? Are you going through the top entrance that Edgar found? The back door that is trapped, that was Essa's previous attempt inside? Or are you going in through that hole that T found? Now, that hole is boarded up, so you will have to pry the boards.
I have a crowbar.
You have a crowbar.
Essa also has a crowbar.
Yeah, that's a rogue I do.
I mean, you guys could do a sleight of hand check to try to quietly crowbar the hole open.
Both of you.
Because we learned that's the closest to the basement.
That will lead
that's
directly into
Goes
the basement.
right to the basement.
And
So
both
what
of you
is
have
your-
proficiency in it, so you could give each other a name.
What's
Yeah.
your sleight of hand bonus?
You're probably better than me. I have a 5.
I have a 7.
I'll give you
So
the
you
help
want-
action.
Okay.
Don't fuck it up.
14.
Oh
Not
my
great. Not awful.
God.
14. You go and you pry it, and you do
Also-
hear a loud as you pry off the first board.
Can Essa has the sending stone, T has the other one.
Okay.
I think that's
Okay.
important to establish.
All right. I'm going to roll a perception check from the guards.
Mhm.
Shit. There's shit. There's shit. There's shit.
I hope they are.
Oh shit! Hold up. I have their stat blocks are physical written down, so I'm just gonna have to.
Oh shit! Old school.
Yeah,
You have to tell us what they roll.
I will. I will.
Not.
Did you like my
Jeez,
John
he's crossing his
Wick?
fingers.
I did see that. I do like it.
What about the dog right above it?
Yeah,
Also-
just so the viewers at home know, the entire time we're playing, we're also bullying each other in our Discord chat.
I really like the fact
with
that did
memes.
Jackson and a raccoon gift.
Aw,
like,
they
he
both
was doing
noticed.
the
That's great.
exact fucking finger thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there it is.
So the guards. So you do a big ol'. You take the crowbar. Edgar's like trying to help you tap it out to like find the right spot, and you you give it a second, and then you hear, "What was that?"
Six guys.
Where are they
Yeah,
in
I mean-
relation to the? Can you put Essa
Yeah,
and
sure.
Edgar where they would be in relation on the building, so that we can maybe see like what?
Okay.
Okay, this is for future persuasion rolls so that Jack knows. All right. Skin tight top, short skirt,
Mm-hmm.
thigh high boots,
Okay.
all black.
All
Horse
right.
is wearing-
Why?
Black lipstick.
I didn't realize we were putting on
Why
funny
not
clothes.
pants? Why not pants? It's like 30 degrees outside.
Short skirt.
Okay.
I feel like this is fate, Heavensfield all over again. Why don't you wear pants?
All right. So I'll say you guys
Damn it.
have one round to try something.
They're gonna come over here. I don't think this is gonna work.
Hi, take them out. Don't kill them and knock them out.
Or we go.
I'm
We
fucking
try another entrance.
Us three are not part of this conversation.
If Toro's had an
What if
upset
we-
tummy before.
What if we try to hide real quick? Hopefully they calm down. We either try this or something else.
They can do that, yes.
Okay. Give me a stealth check on both of y'all.
Let's just be doomed from the get-go.
My cat sensed how stressed I was. He
There's-
walked
Damn.
in. Oh my god.
Number 9.
That's
Right,
what'd
dude.
you roll? Yeah. Hold up. Just for disparity's sake.
Oh my god.
So
Oh.
you are wearing your chain shirt, so you wouldn't have had the disadvantage.
And I still would have almost beat Edgar.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm gonna let you in on
But
a little
I'm not
secret.
with him. I'm not with him.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, guys. The passive perception of these guards is 14.
You want to be nice and make them roll? Just on the off chance?
No. So they show up. You guys are like pressed up against the wall, and they just go, "All right, I'm gonna need some initiative."
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Great
Are we-
start.
Can I say
Can we
that?
see
like-
this?
All you guys can roll initiative too. Yes.
Okay.
Can
Oh,
we
there's a
see
good roll.
what's happening?
Here's a
There's
good
you-
roll.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
put- can
I
put
imagine you
tokens?
guys. I imagine you guys found a way to get
Tokens,
here.
please.
They would want to be near our entry and exit point.
We are rolling like poop.
Alice, you would not have been that close. Back up, girl.
No. I'm just.
I haven't moved myself
I,
yet.
I'm just plopping
Oh.
down the tokens right now.
Where are we hiding? You and I are probably trying to look very casual. I'm not allowed to go past this block.
Sorry, I set up dynamic lighting stuff and it
Back.
ended up not helping.
Sorry. Take your time with it. Take
There
your
you go.
time.
Now you should be able to move.
We're probably trying to just look casual.
All right. also
Casual, high elves,
Yeah.
arm in arm.
Put myself in the initiative.
All right, this one.
Jesus Christ. Jack, you can switch that.
Let's go.
No, buddy.
Okay, gotta roll the initiatives.
Wound won't act on his initiative till Oberon gives him the signal. I just rolled it for like when he does go.
Okay.
He's probably like all the way the fuck back here.
Let me just roll.
Just so the audience knows, Mitchell rolled a 3. I rolled a 4 on our stealth checks.
Oh,
So just so the audience knows,
I have the battle
they
map
have a-
up, and it does have your rolls in there as well.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Good.
So just for the sake of the audience, this was the part that I had the most confidence in, was them actually getting inside the manor.
Same.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Why
I
did you run away
expected
from
you guys
me?
to at least get into the manor. Is the thing.
Same.
Why are you
I
running
think-
away?
Just rolling like a shit tonight, unfortunately.
Why are you running?
Why are you
Why
running?
are you running?
Okay.
Ah. Just bullshit your way out, guys.
We want to use me as a last resort, but I go first in the initiative.
Well, that's.
Oh.
Do we know this is popping off?
I'll say you
Like,
guys
I
can
think
see.
you can see.
Like you guys can see it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
We're just like sitting in like a public bench across the street, chilling.
We see this happen. Oberon's just like, oh no.
I'm sure Essa and I could take these cards. I'm sure it's fine.
These guards, yes. What about the others when they show up?
Oh, I mean the whole group. I mean all 4 plus
Oh, we
the
can
other
take
2.
'em.
I think
Are
we
we
can take
having
'em.
are we having an Arash and Merrick versus some orcs moment?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
we were significantly a higher level when that happened,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah. Also had a lot more magic items.
Mhm. Hey, Essa has an orb.
S has his orb.
Essa didn't. I forgot Essa didn't try to communicate with any of the dead wives during the 3 days.
Oh.
I thought about it, but I decided not to do it.
Okay.
Curious.
All right. We've got our initiative. Oh nope. Sorry, I forgot some things.
Why
Oh,
many?
boy.
You
My fucking cat was like, oh shit, they're fucking up. Time to move into his lap.
Oh, Sammy. We
Maybe
need to
piss
release
off.
pictures of Sammy as extra content.
Mhm.
Subscribe to our Patreon and you'll get pictures of Zach's cat.
And I'll throw in
Also,
my dogs too. Even though one of my dogs.
Oh, we wanted combat, Mitchell, so I think we succeeded.
We did want combat. That's true.
Fuck
I didn't want
off.
shit. I wanted this to go
I wanted
smoothly.
combat.
I wanted
You
combat.
fuckers. You two wanted combat.
Yeah.
Oh, just fight already.
Nice.
Somebody hit somebody.
Okay.
It's moved on from just kiss already. Just fight already.
Just.
Okay. Now
Just
all the
fucking
initiatives are in.
Oh
Fuck
no.
Guy.
You.
Shush, shush, shush,
You
shush.
didn't.
You didn't see that.
We did not see it.
Okay.
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
First to go is one of the guards.
On the goods.
I'll move over here. T, you notice that things are popping off.
Calculating.
Recount.
I think I'm going to give them a round to get themselves out of this
Mm-hmm.
before throwing my boobs in their face.
Okay.
That's a board decision.
It is.
All right.
But like
You
I
are
feel like
ready.
this is too soon to pull the trigger, you know?
Yeah, I completely agree. But
So
we don't.
this guard is going to rush. So here's the thing. These elven guards who are guarding an elven noble's estate just found a human and a half-elf
I think we're fully wrapped up. I imagine we went.
found two
Oh,
cloaked
yeah.
figures attempting to break into their
They could have
lord's
been
manor.
just doing graffiti. They could have been doing graffiti.
So this one's going to rush up and pull out his short swords and go straight for Essa.
That's fair.
So that is a...
You'll be sorry you did that.
That's a nat 20
Yeah.
hit.
Fuck.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck.
Does a 22 hit?
Well,
Okay.
Well,
this has been a fun campaign, guys. I've really enjoyed doing this.
We're gonna
Oh,
uncanny dodge.
my hell.
Join us
baby.
next time for another campaign.
Uncanny dodge is only 5.
Alright, so that is a total of 11 piercing damage.
How you hit points looking, bud?
3/4. I'm good.
Alright.
Okay.
I thought you said
Jack,
34.
I'm just
and I
gonna
was
message
like, ow.
you. I'm gonna message you what my Hail Mary is because I messaged you before we talked about it, but I think you may have forgotten.
Okay. Edgar.
We gotta run. And I'm going to step over here. I'm gonna push this guy, as I'm gonna tell Essa, we need to run.
Nerd.
And I am going to dash.
Okay.
You go.
The guard is going to take an opportunity attack. Only got a 10. I don't think that hits.
Nope.
Alright.
Trey, were you just rooting for a nat 20 on Edgar?
Also,
Yeah.
I hate to say- Essa.
Also, can I say that Wound's been holding his action to dash if he is signaled?
Yeah. So Essa, you are being caught sneaking into the Richmond estate. Again.
Again.
They don't know it's me.
No, they don't know it's you.
How? It's night, right? Are there like lights in Richmond State?
Yeah.
Where would you say dim light is?
I'd say it's dim light out here, because there's no like direct light source shining on to you guys.
Okay.
If you are going to try to hide, that will be with disadvantage.
Yeah. I'll take a type of opportunity from this guy, so I'll move to.
He
that's
took
right,
it out
this
against
way.
me.
He took it
Oh, that's right.
against Edgar, so you're good.
9, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We're gonna action dash, so we get. Actually, hold up. I'm gonna read. If I can retract that, I might do something different.
Mm-hmm.
So, 5, 10, 20, 30. Action dash, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. At kind of around the corner from this guy, I'm gonna bonus action hide to try to seek out their sights.
Alright, yeah. Give me a stealth check flat.
Flat, cool. 29.
There we go.
God,
There it is!
Motherfucker.
There you are.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Alright, so they lose sight of Essa. They do still have visual on Edgar, though. Tauros?
He sees T not moving. He kind of like makes himself seem like he's like kind of like, oh, what's going on? Like kind of like he tries to look like an active guard for these two, but he's just gonna hold his action.
Okay. Another guard's turn. This one is going to... So, you are out of his sight. So he is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 run in the direction you were running in. And he's going to make a perception check. Take the search action. He does not see you.
Woo!
He curses and says, "This one got away!" To his buddy, Oberon.
Oberon seeing this is just like, oh, and he's just gonna kind of like put an arm. This is a tough cookie. Why you guys got fuck up so bad?
And so soon.
Yeah, you guys didn't make it inside. Oberon's. He's gonna hold his action. He's gonna kind of like, just like whisper to the other two, like, don't do anything yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Another guard. Move this way. See Edgar. Just a moment.
He's going to cunning action dash, and then he's a monk, so he goes even further. I feel like every
Edgar
guard duty
is
should
in
have like
the normal range for a short bow. So. That's a nat 20 on the short bow on Edgar.
I was going to say, but what? Yeah, because you're in dark vision range too.
Yep.
Edgar!
For 8 piercing damage on Edgar.
Okay.
Alright.
So, wait, but don't you have that funny bone ability that lets
Oh
you
yeah,
take
we're not
away-
gonna do that.
I've got a
We're
bone
not gonna do
to
that.
pick with you.
So running out, Essa, you see another guard. This one looks a little beefier than the other guards you've been seeing. He's going to make a perception check. Only rolled a 19. You are still hidden.
They can't physically find you. They
Yeah.
can roll.
Another guard. He's going to make another shot at Edgar.
Do it.
Coward.
24 to hit.
That hits.
Yep. For 7 piercing damage on Edgar. You want to do your Asori ability?
Nope. Nope.
T. So T, from your perspective, it looks like they have lost track of Essa, but they are still attacking Edgar.
As you see these two shots go into Edgar, you see Edgar just scream, "Is that all you got?" As it seems this is Edgar's
Oh,
plan
well,
now.
he's dead.
Show me
Oh,
what you
no.
got. Oh,
Show
we
me
can't make
what
those
you
jokes
got.
anymore.
You know, Edgar, it was really nice knowing you. T is just gonna start an unrelated conversation with Oberon and try her best to not look.
Oberon's hands are just like,
And she grabs them. Like, oh
It's
yes,
like-
we're talking.
if he could choke Edgar from a range, he would be doing it.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Give it a range
He's
check on
going
that.
to waste her turn.
Okay.
I would give her the telekinetic feat right now.
Alright, this guard here is going to charge up.
You're
Here,
gonna be.
and just gonna try to stonewall you. And then we've got another person's turn.
Oh, okay.
Gonna.
All right.
Edgar.
One last guard rushes out of the building. Gives one more perception check.
You know, actually, if there was ever a time for Essa to go in and try and find that poison,
Now is the time.
That's what I'm gonna
This is
do.
Edgar's plan now. Edgar's the distraction.
As long as I don't get caught here, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
That was the whole plan from beginning around here. I was hoping I could get
I
that.
changed
Only
my
a
mind.
16.
It's been okay knowing you.
Only a 16. All right. Edgar.
Jack, Edgar spent plenty of time as the retainer in and around and served many different noble house names. Can I just have a name of another random low-born noble? Lower level noble.
here, you can go with the, here. You can go with, the Fowler.
Yeah, Fowler,
Fowlers.
the fake name that Oberon used.
It is a legitimate, like, low.
No, it is, yeah.
Edgar is going to scream with middle fingers up, say, "Fuck you, nobility! Fuck you, Lord Fowler!" as he's just gonna book it 60 feet.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's another opportunity attack.
Yep.
And this time I actually have a stat block partially made, so I can just roll the stat block. And that one. Alright.
Trying
I was gonna pee on everything!
Okay. Give me a deception check.
Oh. Not intimidation?
No, not intimidate. You are not very intimidating right now.
14.
Your P is not that intimidating.
Okay. Let me just see here real quick.
Damn it.
Okay, I will say the guard kind of thinks something's up, but can't come up with a better explanation than you're a vandal. Like if the guard got like above a 20, I would say like the guard could be like, no, he's doing a distraction, but
He's doing a bit. He's doing a bit.
Wound still hasn't received anything. Essa, you are stealthy right now.
That door open.
That door is wide open.
Shit.
And you know the two guards that you are predictably inside are outside.
That's that.
All the guards are accounted for right now.
If I were to move, I have to make another stealth check, even though they didn't perceive me earlier.
I will say we'll keep the old stealth check.
Okay. Well,
You'll probably be moving stealthily though, so you only move half your movement speed.
5, 10, 15.
You can use your
Action
cunning
dash.
action to bonus action dash.
Yeah. So yeah, and then bonus action dash, so 5, 10, 15 action dash to get me in here,
Okay.
which I can't.
When you get to the open door, you see a familiar face.
Oh fuck, that's not great.
The face
Oh,
of
that's not
Spade, waiting at the door.
Wait, Spade?
Spade.
Spade?
Spade.
Oh.
Spade?
Oh no!
We goofed. We
Uh,
goofed.
They see you?
Let's see if they see you. So
Jack
they
gave them
are-
a plus 20 perception.
let's see what their perception check is. You are not inside, so I'll say you're not in a well-lit area yet. So they do not get advantage on this perception check. They rolled a 9. So you walk
That's
in
a
front of the
39.
door, see Spade,
I just unclenched so hard.
you see Spade, and I think that is where we ended for this episode of Dice.
For me, it's literally like a priest that he turns and goes, "Holy!" It's like a JoJo freeze with to be continued. At the bottom.